A new video. It's got a countdown on it.
Ooh. Fancy.
I had to leave that in. We're worldwide, man. We're worldwide.
Right.
Hey, wait a minute.
There we go. There's the new intro that'll last a couple of weeks for Power. Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Oh, we already have 10 folks watching already as we get started for our Thursday night live Old Gray Bricks post-Chicago BrickWorld show. So we don't have all of our guests here. We're talking with folks who are at BrickWorld and everything. Moto, if you want to join us or can join us, let me know and I'll send you an invite. You were there. TJ, good to see you there. I got to meet TJ in person. I think we all did. TJ's an awesome guy. Although he likes to park far out in a parking lot with old people.
We went on a hike with TJ.
This is my favorite entrance, and he parks like 18,000 spots away. And then we had to huff it in the mall. But it's okay. Young folks are cool. Let's see. John K is here. Moto. All right, let me pop out. Let me try to do that, Moto. Give me... Send out an invite to Moto. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Well, should we talk to Matthew since he's on the road? Or
yeah, Matthew, tell us about your experience since you may be dropping out to play hockey.
All right. Well, I hope you can hear me. I hope you can connect me.
I'm going to go ahead and retract my whole thought process going with Matthew first. We may have to hear from Matthew next week when we have post-show part 2 for Matthew.
That's true. Yeah, although if we see blue lights come by, that would still be hilarious. How fast are you going, Matthew?
70.
What's the speed limit?
Can this be considered a court of law?
It might be admissible in a court of law. Yes.
Yes.
It might.
No, I don't know.
I'm done. Okay.
Yeah, actually, technically, if you're filming yourself live on the internet while you're driving, I believe you are violating Georgia law and code. So
Probably
details.
Make sure you're doing that in the leftmost lane and going over the speed limit because that lane is reserved for crime. So don't be going slow in that lane. That's for criminal behavior there. So
Breaking the law.
that's awesome. That's right. TJ is here. MJ Bay is here. Double King is here. Sayubular, I guess. I probably blew that, but glad you're here. Let's add Moto here. Oh, there it is. Too many.
3 cooks in the kitchen.
I know, right? Mayo is here. John K is here. Glad you're here. Andrew Sada was our first one in. Oh, where's Gary Mullane? We've been 2 weeks off the air. Do you think Gary's forgot us?
Oh no, say it isn't so.
Hope not. Gary, if you're there.
Maybe he's just a little further into the beers tonight and can't join us. I don't know.
I must have said his name wrong and he's leaving. So I'm sorry. You can stick around. We'll do it. Snowlania is here. How are you? Good.
Chris, his name is See You Later.
Oh.
See you later.
Oh, I see it now. I don't know. That's awesome. I thought he was leaving, but now he probably is because I didn't even get the dad joke. So that's how I'll post.
So from Instagram, Thomas, and I forget his Minimal Bricks.
Yeah.
He heard me saying Blue Hans for 4 days. And on the last day, I'm talking to someone. I say Blue Hans. He goes, "Oh my God, now I get it." It was awesome.
That's one guy. I mean, there were so many people as I'm looking at Instagram and stuff after. I missed that guy, and I missed 5 or 6 people. All this kind of stuff.
There were so many people that I saw, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to talk to him later. I'm going to talk to her later. And then Monday, I'm driving home, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Mayo, were you there? Did Mayo come and say help? But yeah, I saw the summer cottage, the big classic space thing from Classic Space, the Facebook group.
From Rob.
Yeah,
Rob,
and that was
Rob.
incredible. If that was the best, the mountains and everything they made out of paper there was super amazing and everything.
He did a fantastic job. He actually has talked about he can't figure out quite the logistics of how he would do it, but he wants to run some sort of train track between, so he can actually have things going around. But he'd have to have them go back around like through the middle and come back around to have ships flying. Freaking awesome idea. Just the logistics of trying to get it to work. But yeah, he was a great guy, great setup.
Yeah, and it was like 30 minutes before we were shut down for the public, and the big sign went, it was gone. It stayed the whole time, and then all of a sudden, kablam! And I saw somebody with a camera come by, look over the mountains, and go click, and take a picture of wherever it was. Oh, me, Moto. I'm not sure if you're prepared, but you know what? We said this. We should wait. We should wait for Martin to get back. We'll do that. We'll do our little bit of a flex here in a minute. So, but anyhow, Gorgonzola is here.
Can I be prepared for said flex? What is said flex?
You got your brick. You got your award brick anywhere handy.
Okay. I could be ready.
You got to be ready for that. I mean, a little foreshadowing there.
Ready.
I'm not sure where Martin is, but I think that's his new. Did he just make that, or is that something he made for a while?
It looks like one of his. Martin, you never know.
I think it's fairly
recent. Of Martin.
Yeah, I mean he sneezed, and all of a sudden bricks came together, and they're amazing. So
yeah. No, he said he was warm and wet or something along those lines. And had to step
you
away.
Can't do that here.
Now, granted, he said it in a very British way, and it sounded very clear.
At least he didn't use the word moist, because that's the word.
No, he did not. And I tried not to use it, but thank you, Moto, for bringing it up anyway.
He's properly British enough not to use that word. So that.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
you're muted, Martin. Martin, you're muted. Hey.
Thank you. I'm literally dripping in sweat. So.
Well, can I just tell you that for a certain audience segment that I usually don't reach, that might help our views. So let me just put your. Are you glistening?
My short shorts on and everything. So.
Oh. Well, everybody left. So.
No, Martin. The way to do it properly is baby oil. Haven't you seen?
Oh
man, it's just so.
What are you watching on the internet, man? With Bricks O'Brien just dropped in. He's lurking. I believe he may be doing his Twitch live right here. No, I'm not going to talk smack about my Bricks O'Brien. It was a genuine honor and privilege to get a big bro hug from Bricks O'Brien. He even smelled like lilac. So
I was going to say, fun detail. Bricks O'Brien smells nice in person.
Yeah, he does. Super nice guy. Super amazing. And it was awesome to see him partnering with our friends at Bricker Builds.
Hey,
I'm hoping that Bricker Builds will bring him down. Oh yeah, I did not get one of those. Did anybody else get one of these?
Small Paul Flex.
Small Paul Flex. That's it. Put it back up there. Come back. He get all the way out of the room already. There he is.
That's his Bricks O'Brien.
Yeah.
No. Bricks O'Brien, we discussed that. If you're in a bad attitude, you start to go off on a troll, then you smell like Axe body spray. We've already predetermined that.
Well, let's go ahead and do it, everybody. You know what? We said let's just go ahead. Raise your hand. Just raise your hand if you went to BrickWorld. Yeah, raise your hand, BrickWorld. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you came back with, or put it up there, if you came back with a brick. Look at there. Here we go. Get it all in the shot. Look at there. Matthew is off. Look at that. Old Gray Brick showed up at BrickWorld, and we came back with some hardware, baby. That is super awesome. So what I think we'll do is we'll go around the room and let everybody talk about that brick and what they got it for. Oh, yeah. And I got one of those, too, which is amazing.
Yeah, me too.
Mark, do you want to just go ahead and tell about that particular brick? I think did everybody get one of those? Because I know we did. Yeah, super great gift. So, Mark, tell us about that really fast.
This was it's a shadow brick. It's made up of these parts that project a shadow on the wall there. It's really fun if you take it and you kind of bend it. you bend it, it looks like the mouth is moving like this. This was built by it was Andrea, is that right?
Is Andrea or Amanda Fuke?
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm
I'm allowed to butcher everybody's names.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's what it was.
She was the BrickWorld Brickmaster from the previous year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the honors of receiving that title is that you have to leave a little build for people the following year. And so that's what these are. A whole bunch of people found these near their creations on Sunday morning.
Yes.
And I believe she had plenty of time since 2019 to get them built. So,
Yeah.
But it was a super awesome surprise. That's one of the things that we talked about. We'll talk about maybe later if we have time. The different vibes into different shows and everything, and everybody was like, "Yeah, there's different vibe. It's hard to explain." Well, yeah, I saw it. We felt it. I think no show is terrible. We love BrickWorld. We love Brick Fair. All that kind of stuff. But there was a different vibe. There was kind of a more community family vibe, I think, at BrickWorld, it seemed like. And it seemed like communities together with their builds and stuff like that. That was a neat way to arrange the show. So we learned a lot from that. In fact, I want to make sure we talk with Nick here in Atlanta and say, let's move this to a convention and let's do it that way. That would be super cool. So let's do a spin around the room. Mark, let's see if we can hear from Matt. Matt has stopped driving. Are you being pulled over, Matt, or are you?
Not this time. So
Not
I'm in
this
the
time.
parking lot, and I have to go change in 5 minutes, and you will not get live video feed of that.
Thank you.
Your relief. So before I leave, I just want to say I did go to Brick Fair, Virginia, and it's pretty big and impressive, but it was absolutely astonishing how many great builds at all. I think pictures other people took and things, and I'm like, I walked the entire hall, but I don't know why I missed that.
Yeah.
And it was astonishing how many creativity was there. Every convention, something like I ever would have thought of. Times 10. I just want to say I'm super honored that I even got nominated for something. So that was extremely gratifying. So thanks for everyone what voted for me or not. Thanks to the judges for nominating. I had a great time. But I got to go play some hockey. I'll watch the rest later.
Give us a hat trick.
Okay. Bye-bye.
He plays defense, I think. So
Yeah, hockey puck. There we go. All right. Let's see, Mark, if you will switch to whoever will switch to Moto. Let Moto talk and everything. I've got to go kill a spammer from Twitch. So hang on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, going to take care of that. I don't know. I got some cool things, like a brick badge.
oh, yeah. Did we lose Moto's audio, or is it just me? I think we lost your audio, Moto. You there?
Yeah, we can't hear you, Moto.
Yeah.
Boy, the production value we have this evening is
Whoops. He probably his headphones probably dropped out or
yeah.
something like that.
You list yourself as muted, so I don't know what button you need to hit there, Moto.
Can't we unmute him?
Maybe on
I can't if he's physically unmuted his.
Oh, his mic isn't connected. Can't unmute him because his mic isn't connected.
Oh, good. I'm sorry, I'm still going to my channel.
All right.
And trying to delete this. So go to somebody next and let's let Moto fix his audio there.
Well, hang on. You know what? I got to run in 15 minutes, so why don't we just pop into me? There
Go
we
to
go.
Dana.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Gray Bricks. We went to BrickWorld Chicago. Some of us came home with prizes. Some of us came home with little things that are cool. Let's talk about it, shall we? So one of the things that Matthew didn't get to talk about is that the Gayful community at BrickWorld Chicago is amazing, phenomenal, just a great group of people, and they actually do their own separate little award thing. So they give out little inclusive trophy, or I guess all not inclusive. I don't know how you want to describe it, but anyway, they went around and they gave these out to a lot of the gatefold builders to recognize them, and then they went around and they gave I guess the way it was described was builds that just were really cool. Because I asked them, I'm like, so because I'm just a gatefold adjacent and I'm an ally, why do I get one? They're like, we just really liked your build, and I'm like, okay, fine, cool, I'll take one too. So got to get one of these. I'll give my quick little story. I did get the nomination Saturday morning or whenever it was, and was just blown away for my monochrome habitats. Got to talk to tons of people. It was a great time. It was the first time I got to display it. So, Trish and our lug, she got to talk about it more often than I've gotten to talk about it until now. And even actually over the weekend, I think she talked about it still more than I did. But coming down Sunday morning and now and thinking about it, I had totally forgotten that Chris was standing there with his phone, videoing me as I came around the corner. So actually, I do want to see that video at some point in time because that is going to be kind of funny.
Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
You edited yourself because Preacher Boy was filming because you went, shut the
That sounds about right. That does sound about right. But I gotta echo what Matthew was saying is that on Saturday when I came down and I got a nomination, I was humbled just to get the nomination alone because walking through that room was amazing. There were so many cool builds, so many things where I'm like, I mean, my mom came and saw me while we were there, and I got to thank everybody who was really kind to her, nice to her, and let her hang out with us. She walked back and she even made the comment to me. She's like, "It's amazing what people can do with Lego bricks," which I got to give her props because I didn't have to correct her to use the phrase Lego bricks versus Legos. Props to my mom.
Were you gonna gatekeep your mom with that? Were you gonna do?
No, I didn't have to. That was hysterical that she actually knew to say that. I don't know if maybe she caught it somewhere along the line and she knew that that's how you said it or what. But that was like the best phrasing of what was going on there this weekend because it was truly amazing to see what all the people had brought to the. And I think Snow Laney, made the comment. Is it because there were 3 years of absence to coming to that show and people were able to just really dive into something and maybe they may have made something for 1 year and they just extrapolated it and made it more so? I don't know, but it was insane how many cool things there were there. And the camaraderie and the family feel and people that you've never met before in person, but maybe you've seen online or you've chit-chatted for comments or something like that. It was fantastic. It was so much fun. And all the Lego Master contestants, and I found that's the correct phrase that we're supposed to use, Lego Master contestants, because even though we have a Lego Master on our stream this evening, the rest of them are technically Lego Master contestants. Although it's funny, I think Moto got some letter and they messed it up where they sent somebody a letter that said, "You are a Lego Master." So now all the contestants are technically Lego Masters too. So it's wonky. I did do something that was fun along with doing the builds is I did take a little gift for friends. So I did a little Blue Hans to pass out to people who, so if like I got to somebody where they like somebody's really awesome display that I didn't get to talk to, I'd leave them a Blue Hans little tile. And if you were a space fan and we got chit-chatting and talking like that, you got a classic space Nexonite tile. Anything I can do to troll the Ericksons.
Well, you're trolling at least 2 people with those 2 things. That is FYI.
Well, that's true. I'm double trolling right here. And unfortunately, what showed up in the mail when I got home was some more Nexonite Shield stickers. So,
okay, can I just ask you what the heck? What the heck is this?
That is called adorable in so many ways. I mean, come on.
That guy used to be my friend, man.
I'm like, when I was going around taking pictures of people with Blue Hans, because I'm like, I don't want to see, and somebody said it, I don't want to see 100 pictures of myself with people. I'd rather see pictures of people with Blue Hans. And then when Simon started doing that, I was like, hold on a minute, I need video of this one. And instantly in my head, I'm like, this is going to be a GIF, and it's going to be for Chris. And the last little bit of fun from the show is that we updated the moon base sign. Mr. Campbell and I, he printed this, got this ready right before we left for the show. That the moon base sign now has a Blue Hans on it. So forever, we will always have Blue Hans at the moon base.
Yeah, no. That's not the last bit of it. Let's go ahead and let's bring this up right now. So Dana.
Oh, shit. Here we go. All right.
Thank you, Jeff, for that. Anyway, so Dana, not the wrong Jeff. Anyway, so Dana wins the award.
Oh.
Right? He wins the – wait, what were you thinking I was going to – so he wins the award.
There was a bunch of calamity that happened all throughout the weekend. It's crazy.
He is no longer a bridesmaid. Yeah. FedEx or UPS came through. We're not going to bring that up until we have Adam on the show and present him with his
we'll save that story for Adam.
Yeah. So finally, crowning achievement was the moment that you were like, "What the what?" with the thing. We'll have that on later or whatever. But then we're in the awards ceremony. The entirety of BrickWorld is there, except for that Anderson guy who won that bugle twice and missed it both times. So we're there, and they're putting the winners up on the screen. And winner of best, small individual or individual
small layout.
Best individual small layout, and the name was read and typed as David.
But so all right, so the best, so Mark, Mark, who is already getting flustered because he's already made like 10 or 12 mistakes throughout the PowerPoint, and he puts my name as Dana. Or David Knutson. He doesn't pronounce the K, but at least the last name was spelled correctly. But he just didn't pronounce the K, which is fine. It's acceptable. That's the worst of the things that can happen. But he put it as David. So everybody around me, because all of PeachLUG is right with me, just they're just rolling on the freaking floor, and. So I'm like, all right, I got to save myself in some way. So I come up with a joke and I say, there is no David, there is only Zool. And he's like, Zool? What? David Zool?
He said, David knows. Is your name David Nozel?
And because Mark's husband is sitting in the front row and he got the joke. And so he goes, Zool. And so then Mark's up there like, what's going on? Total confusion. And like literally not like 5 minutes later, I'm already being called David. So
Dave.
Nobody asked about Red Hands.
Nobody rests about Red Hands, but Red Hands has a really weird face.
That face is the best.
I spent too much money at the Citizen Bricks booth. So
Did you really spend too much money there?
Yeah.
We're at Stud Club. I like that. That's some good stuff.
I got that guy too.
Yep.
I did not spend enough. Well, actually, I should say I did spend a little time with the vendors. So one last quick story before I got to go pick up my wife. So we get there. I go do a do a parts draft on Thursday morning at 11. And which, by the way, I think I aged at least 10 years because both Matthew and Trish were standing outside and Matthew's texting me. He's like, why do you look like you need a beer and want to kill people? Because that's what happened at that parts draft. It was a total cluster. It was an hour and a half that should have been 45 minutes. I digress. But so I get down to the tables. And so, Mark and Chris are going to be showing up and so we can start working on Moonbase. And Drew did a great thing for me. He took all my monochrome habitats out of their tubs and was kind of starting to organize them so that I could put it together and get me going, which was cool. And as I'm sitting down and getting ready to think, he's like, by the way, you're missing a minifigure. I'm like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, there's a minifigure missing. And I'm like, no, there can't be a minifigure missing. We're 800 miles from home. There can't be a minifigure missing. I had been doing a little bit on Instagram called the Mondays with my little monochromes and using the faces from the Mario Brother polybags. And evidently I forgot to put light aqua back into the tub. So I had to basically Thursday morning or Friday morning scramble around the vendors to find figures to re-kit bash back together a light aqua monochrome figure, which I then had to make a quick run to Walmart to get a thing of Brasso and some Q-tips. But you know, I was able to get it back because I literally had several people come up to me on Thursday afternoon and Friday morning. Do you know you're missing a minifigure?
You know, if you're a Southerner going north and you're going to a Walmart to ask for Brasso and Q-tips, they're going to be fine. But if you're from up north and you're coming south and you're going, hey, I need a Brasso, you're going to get arrested. I'm just going to say what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, how many of you went to BrickWorld and what'd you bring back? Let's just do it again. Show it up there and put it up there for those who are coming back. Yeah, look at all that. Look. Ah, hardware. All right, that's awesome. A little flex.
Hardware.
All right. Well, you know, Dana, actually, I think you have for yourself more stories than we have, and we haven't gotten to them all, so we will hit those on Messy Monday as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll have Adam on as well. So let's go. I know, Dana, you got to cut out here in just a minute. So let's go to Moto. We did Moto already, or we sort of did Moto.
We were in the middle of Moto and his audio cut out.
That's right.
My computer decided to puke in blue screen, so it took me a while to get back.
Cool.
So there's all the lovely bricks I got.
Nice.
Convention. Possibly the best award was from someone who's on the panel. And that is a Lego watch still sealed.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
This gift is so cool that I'm afraid to open it. That's why it's still packaged up. I'm
guessing that is the source of the gift.
That is the source.
Might be the other one, but
I was gonna say it might be the.
Oh no, it might be the other one.
It might be the other one.
I think it was the other one.
Yeah, it's confusing sometimes.
Well, now that they both have beards, it's really messing with me. I memorized beard, no beard, and now it's screwed up. This was a wonderful event. If you did go to it, would highly recommend. So Second City did a performance. There's our autographs.
Nice.
They were fun. They were very cool people. And then Sir Meows a Lot, which a lot of people know who that is. There's a nomination for Creature.
Mm-hmm.
That was the most fun I had, was walking around Sir Meows a Lot.
Me too. I like stroking his paws.
Yep. And then the
Nice.
So that was the big one hanging brick popping balloon airship thing.
Yes.
Perfect.
The award. But yeah, Sir Meows a Lot was awesome. I only scared 4 infants and they started crying.
Nice.
Congratulations. Did you get you need some Lego Duplo babies or something for that. So
no, I just walked away. Everybody else was really nice and lots of photos and stuff, and that was fun walking around and doing that thing. And yeah, it was a heck of an event. We'd do it again, even though the drive is wicked.
Yeah. I gotta say that I know Mark and Chris did it in 2 days. I know that Matthew did it on 2 days there, but did it the 1 day back. I think I'm not saying I'm an old gray brick, but I think I'm now reached the point in time where I can't do that drive all in one shot because I still feel hungover from the drive, and it's Thursday. I don't think I ever got over from the drive there.
Not the drive.
Before the drive home.
Marianne took an extra day. She was like, I'm back, everybody. It was like another day after me. So that's like Utah's another one.
Yeah. No.
I did the return trip in a day, and it was a long day.
Yeah, Mark and I, we got like 5 hours in Sunday, and then we did another 5.5 or so, or however long it was. So yeah, it was still. Again, I just say, and if you're from Indiana, and I'm sorry, but you have the worst interstate of we even at one point, Waze just said, just get off, just go this way. We in the middle of Indiana, it just said, there's a 4-lane road over there. There's construction. Just get off there. And we rode. There's some beautiful countryside, nice smooth road that was not interstate and listed as I-65 detour. That was a very pleasant ride until we got back on the interstate, and it was awful again. So I'm sorry, Indiana.
I need to jump, go pick up my wife. But so one last thing, the best part when I got to BrickWorld, because it was already like 14-hour drives. Campbell and I have been talking. I'm hoarse already, and I walk in the door, and the first two people I see are Martin and Moto, and I got big family-style hugs from both of them. It was like it was the best way to start off my weekend, and then it just went crazy from there.
And a beer. I think I gave you.
And
a
of course,
beer pretty quickly.
it's as I'm leaving. Here comes Audrey into the stream so she can give you a hard time about how I never shut up because I get yeah. Whatever.
Oh, and by the way, just to end up Dana's story, their truck almost had their wheel fall off.
Oh, that's true.
When they got it.
Yeah, literally, I could talk about we literally are a mile and a half from Campbell's house, and we're pulling in, and all of a sudden it's like, "Arr, arr, arr," and he's like, "Oh no, I think we blew a tire." We get out, we look, nothing's wrong. They get a repair guy out there the next day, and he's like, "Yeah, the tire almost is about to fall off."
No, it's not the tire. It is the entirety of the wheel assembly. It is coming off.
It's coming off. We were
you.
a mile and a half from his house, and craziness.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I'm a 4-time Portillo's on the trip. Thank you very much. So,
What's Portillo's? Because I never got to go.
did you not?
No, you guys went. Well, there was a few times where I was busy building the castle, and everybody took off for lunch or whatever. And
How did we not bring you back a chili dog or Italian beef or something? Oh,
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I got a tour. Dave, who's a Chicago native, born, raised, educated, the whole bit, never lived outside the city, gave me a tour because I drove too fast. I got there half a day early.
Oh, fired! Shot fired!
What? Whoa!
So no, he was telling me. He took me around. We got a Chicago style hot dog, but he's like, "Thank God you got it here in Chicago, not in Schaumburg, where all the fake stuff is."
Well,
so I was like, "Oh boy, okay, Dave."
Wow.
He's hardcore, man.
Yeah, that's hardcore. But there
He
is
rolls
something
hard.
to that, though. There is something to that, though. So
Yeah.
Anyway, he's hard, man. He rolls hard.
Anyway, for all of those of you in the stream or in the peanut gallery who were there and I got to see and say, hey, I had a fantastic time. I look forward to going back again, and I will see the rest of you jokers later. Oh, and the last thing was I saw Martin like when I got there and then like one other night, and then I don't think I ever saw him again the rest of the show.
You were drunk the whole time. That's why.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Martin was
probably more
inundated.
tired than anything, but
Martin was inundated. He was steadfast, and he was around. I saw him.
Martin was all over the place. Every time I'm turning around, there's pictures of him with somebody somewhere doing something.
Just remember, you have to. If you want to see Martin, you have to look a little up because he's so tall. You're probably probably only seeing his T-shirt, not recognizing him.
All right,
Martin's also very fit and thin. If he turns to the side, you can't see him. He's very one-dimensional.
He is stealthy. He is stealthy.
Oh, there's another Erickson. Oh, wait.
How's it going?
He's there. Wait, one last
Hey!
flex with the bricks. There, Steven's here. One last flex with the bricks. Go ahead. Let's just put them up there. Put up that hardware.
Mark's
Let's see
got
it.
mine in his room right now.
Yeah. Let's just point at it. Then just point at it. That'll be good. There we go. All right, good. Look at there. All right. That's some serious hardware.
I like how Martin has the best of show award, and he's just kind of like hanging it upside down. He doesn't care. He's like, whatever.
Yeah. Let's go ahead, Martin. Just tell us about what your experience real quick, and just tell us about your award. What's going on, man?
Oh, can I interrupt you a second? Hang on.
What?
Small Paul has something for Steven.
Oh yes.
You're welcome.
Congrats on the worst team ever there, man. The guy who hates next tonight.
I love it. All right. Oh, hey, speaking of, Simon Liu is in the house. Hey, Simon Liu. How are you doing?
What's up, Simon?
It's Simon. Yeah.
I need to message you tonight. I got some information for you.
Oh, secret deals. So talk to us, man.
Yeah. No, I'm glad Simon popped in. I think one of my favorite pictures was on Father's Day, and I found Simon, and I was wearing my Dadalorian shirt, and he let me pick up his cradle for Yoda's baby, and we took a picture, and it was very nice. That was a nice little Simon moment.
That's cool.
But yeah, it was a good show, wasn't it? It was enjoyable.
It was.
So many people.
Let's wave at Simon. There he is. There.
Hi, Simon. Hi, Simon. Yeah, no, it was good because everywhere you turned, there was someone. I think Thursday night or Friday night? I'm sitting in the lobby eating pizza, and Sean Mayo's just there, and just sitting, chilling out. He's wanting to watch the basketball game, and we ended up playing games with him. And I don't know, it was just really enjoyable. I had fun. It was hot though. I've never felt hot air blowing so fast in your face. Like that was a new experience for me. And I'm looking here. I hadn't met Moto before, so that was a really nice experience. I like that. But yeah, it was a good show. I saw Brian. If Brian's still here, I left a comment, but it didn't get flagged. He said the builds in Virginia were not. Didn't see anything as exceptional as in Chicago. But I do remember a Peach's Castle that someone made for Brian that he liked at the time. But he's so forgotten about it.
Oh no!
Last time I built you anything, mate. Yeah.
Busted.
Yeah.
So busted.
But it was a good show. I enjoyed it. The drive for me was 15 hours in on Wednesday, and then I stayed for the first time ever after the show. And normally, if you know me, I'm packing my stuff up and I'm in my car and I'm gone before the morning comes, like a bat out of hell. And this time I kind of took it easy. I think I was the last one to disassemble stuff and kind of enjoyed that process. Stayed the night and then got up early and drove to Nashville, worked in Nashville for a couple of days. So I'm only just getting home. I think I got home late last night and I'm only just stepped into my Lego room and I'm trying to right now sort lots of stuff like these pieces and these pieces that if you know Noah H2 Brick, he always comes from Germany with goodies. And like I know I'm gonna spend my money with Noah more than anyone else, and it normally stocks up, the next couple of builds that I tend to do. So yeah.
No, I do not know who this person is. I need to find out. So
I don't know. So I ran into him first ever brick fair I went to, and he was a teenager then, just a teenager. I think he's 20, so he was just turned a teenager, and he was dealing and trading clone troopers and with Zane, and I got to know him that way. And he lives in Germany with his family now, and he comes over and he messaged me a few weeks before. He had a storage container in Montgomery, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to be in Montgomery." Stephen and Mark, you might know this because some of the Atlanta Brick guys went down there to kind of see what he's got, and I think he's going to sell it. But it was like unlocking a vault from his childhood of all these sealed sets. It was amazing. So I know he took all those up there, and he did all right. He probably made more money than any vendor there, at my guess. So
wow.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good. So,
all right. So your award came because what was your award for?
Yeah, so I did. I felt bad because I was up with Matthew, and I actually thought I had no chance of winning it especially because PeachLUG was there as well. But Matthew's build was brilliant, and that was for the best large building, which was for Incante, which was kind of cool. That was nice. It's a second show I've taken it to, but the first time I've taken it to like an AFOL show, and in my heart, it has replaced Peach's Castle. It's the same size-ish, same shape, a little bit heavier, but I'm not breaking that one.
Was that another shot? That was
just
it was.
Just an immaculately curated and perfect model of the movie in 3 dimensions. With some bricks and tons of stadium stuff that no one else can get. But no big deal.
So thanks, Mote. So someone I ran into and I met was Brick Fan Build, so Jen, and she's on Instagram, and she always does these Disney habitats that I like, and she sent me a message, which was a nice one. Actually, Moto, as you described that, like it really encapsulated what I try to do, which she's like, I'm looking at these builds that we see on TV in movies, and you completely bring them to a 3-dimensional spectrum where you can now go ahead and live in them. And I've never really thought about it that way. And that I think that really defines what I do and what I enjoy more than anything else. And I used to try to do a lot more free building in terms of like my own imagination, and I enjoy that, but not nearly as much as finding something that we will watch and we know and just bringing it to life so you can experience it in different levels of emotion.
Yeah, with immaculate detail. I mean,
thank you. But no,
well deserved.
And the Lego Masters contestants and the Lego Masters who are here, I hardly saw you guys, and I wanted to come over and watch you with the public because thank you for all that you did and the energy and all the builds you bought. Oh my gosh, what a collection! And I want to shout out to Dave and Richard's ABC project. Oh,
And his alphabet space thing was very cool too. Dave's was awesome.
I saw those in Virginia, and he's got a thing that he does. Someone comes along, he's like, "Well, what's your name? What's your last name?" And he pulls out a letter and shows it and how it transforms. What's yours? I watched him. I stood in Virginia with him for hours watching that.
Cool.
And it was amazing. So I was very curious to see how Richard and Dave did with the ABCs that they did, or the alphabets, right? Yes, alphabets of Black history. And I kind of glanced over some of that on Instagram. I was looking at it, that's cool, and kind of didn't pay it much attention. And when I got there, I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's a good question. Did y'all get trolled? Did y'all?
I got one.
Who trolled you, man?
It was Dana. So it was the first Q&A we did. And he asked very specifically, like, how do you organize your Lego? And I'm like, I do by color. And then he had some sort of hilarious retort.
Did they call you? They called y'all out.
Totally called me out. And I was like standing up, like on the chair. I'm like, okay, Dana, listen to me. You know? Yeah, I was like going after him. I was referencing.
I'm glad you went after him, because I'm one of the people too that I do the half and half, but everything basically is color.
We got to represent.
Color
first.
He's listening, by the way.
It was hilarious, by the way. It was very.
Let me give you the color in it. That I was sitting next to him. We'd come in after having a few beers. We roll in, and we're like, well, first of all, we knew Aubrey was emceeing, and we're like, we are going to go ahead and support Aubrey. We love the Lego Masters. We're going to do that. We go in, and Dana, pretty sure Dana said, "Watch this."
You know. He had a couple drinks, I'm sure. Yeah. He had something.
And let's go ahead and clarify for Dana. Dana has been low carbon, no carbon, so nothing. So him taking and enjoying was his first time in months. So that was a little extra roll for him. So that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny. It was very funny.
My favorite event was the car smash, and I don't know if any other guys got a chance to see it, but that was the highlight of the entire conference for me.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the atomic attack. That was hilarious. I didn't get live. I saw the tape. So
he pulled a Ripley, nuked it from orbit. Just like
it's the only way to be sure. All right, let's go, Mr. Van Winden. It was awesome. The award you got. I believe it was quite unexpected and super amazing and well deserved. Talk to us about it.
So I got the display access. Sorry, the camera moved. The display accessibility award. So this was given to me at closing ceremonies. So I wasn't set down with my mock at any time during the week or during the weekend, and it was because my model was so low to the ground that kids and families could easily see it. There were still a lot of parents having to lift their kids up to look inside because it was low to the ground because the spiral is so high, and I don't want to be putting it together like this. So it was more for my benefit than theirs, but I mean, it did double for that as well. So it was, it was a surprise to get. So I've now had the castle at 2 shows, and I've gotten 2 awards. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, it was fun. I had a great time at the show. I went to BrickWorld in 2011. I'd said this to a few people, and I didn't have as much fun as I did this time because I didn't know as many people. Because there was a lot of people there that we knew through the community, like through streaming and stuff like that. It made it a lot more entertaining. So yeah, it was cool to hang out. And I got to watch a cool movie with a bunch of spacers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right.
And I was looking through the book this evening too, because I haven't looked through the book because of the fact that I didn't want to give any of the movie away. Yes, I have that poster too in my car, I think, or somewhere. Yeah. So,
this poster of as of Andy, and he's watching the movie at the end, or with everything. So
yeah, and there were so many people I didn't get to say hi to. I mean, Brooks Brian was there. Obviously, he's in chat, and a few other people that the same thing did. It's like, oh, I need to stop and see them, and I never got a chance to. So I wish I had more time.
Welcome, Tan Jam. Yep.
Thank you, Tan Jam. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it went together a lot quicker this time than the first time. There was still a couple of defects that, by defects I mean cave-ins, that I had to fix. I've brought half the castle in already, like down here, because I'm going to try and set it up one more time. And it did survive better so far on the trip home. So I just didn't pack it well enough on the way down, I guess.
Yeah. So let me just say this. Mark and I are driving up. We're driving up through Kentucky. And man, it's like the roads on the moon aren't that smooth, man. We were just cruising going up and everything. It's just as smooth as glass. And we're like, what happened to Van Winden? Which way did he come? And then we got south of Louisville, and all of a sudden, and we had already texted Jeff Van Winden once going, man, you're nuts. It's smooth through here. And then I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I understand. But anyway, Jeff, that was good. That was amazing. It was great to see you again in person. That's the most times I've seen you in person in the last year than I have like the other bits of my existence. So,
and some people have seen me 3 times this year now.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I've been to 3 different events, and I think that's it for the year. I was talking about one in Montreal, and that one's been postponed until next year just because of venue space.
Gotcha.
So I think I'm done for the year, I guess. But
and Jeff, good, well done on your award. 2 times, right? 2 shows, but more importantly, well done on being able to walk on an American sidewalk properly this time. So, really well done.
Well, this is now 2 out of 3. I've only met the sidewalk once. I think it's just the American sidewalks hadn't seen me for so long. They just wanted to say hi. But,
Spicy.
Yeah, you're not the only Canadian that's face planted in Alabama, but you're probably the most recent. So,
American sidewalks are pretty treacherous, to be fair, though.
That is
well, when you're not looking, yeah. I mean, and all of our sidewalks were ice and snow covered at that time in January. So I was just expecting to wipe out while walking versus while stepping off a curb. I just wasn't ready for it.
All right, Mark and Steven, we'll just leave it on this since you're both here. Oh, well, I don't know if we can put anyway. We'll just
Why don't you rearrange them so they're next to each other?
Let's see. I'll put Martin down here, and then I'll put B-Dub right there. There we go. How's that? All right, that's good. Wait, how far are y'all in like different parts of one house, or are you want to be
on the other side of the wall over there? That's his bedroom. This is my bedroom.
Beating on the walls. Shut up in there.
Quiet.
I heard him. Yeah.
All right. So tell us about your awards. What'd you win for, you guys?
Mark, take it away.
All right. So we had the surprise. I think this is a bit of a surprise for me. I don't know if Steven was anticipating this, but we got best small group layout. We got nominated and then we won. First win at BrickWorld. It's our second time going. The other time was in 2018. So really happy about that. It was the big sea serpent, which has pretty much not failed to win something at a convention every single year.
People like it.
Except for Alabama, which was ineligible because we got Virginia pretty good. So that was awesome. We're probably going to take that creation apart now, having been built for about a year. So really, it's our most successful creation ever. We're really just super proud, super happy with it.
I'm curious how we're going to replace it. We have a few really cool things, but I don't know if it'll have the same wow factor. We'll have to really work at it. So
I disagree. I think you should keep it, even though you've taken it and seen it. That's one of those types of builds that's iconic in terms of lighting and bringing moisture and smoke. Like it's the standard that you'll have people who want to see it time and time again. So I think you should make it, just so you don't have enough bricks to build something cool next time.
Please.
Well, no, I was going to say you should save it because if anything, it should be on permanent residence at ABC.
Maybe.
It could be. We're actually working on a display case for the trophy, the big yellow one.
That's gonna be on display first.
That's probably the priority right now, but
it's worth thinking about. We might not. Probably leaning to taking it apart at this point because we have a lot of other
water. We could probably keep the serpent together for a while.
We could probably keep
water. It's all
so Martin, now you know how I feel when you're talking about tearing stuff apart that you build. I'm like, oh my god, why?
It's over. I'm done with that. I'm like, most of it I'll just keep. But let's go back to the legends over here on top of me. Steven's on top of me.
Well, I got a nomination. This I did not expect. I was going to BrickWorld like I'm just here to see people. I don't need a trophy or anything, but I got nominated for best creature character, a creation, I think. Yeah, and that was a surprise. It was. Both the tree guys were under the same tag, so it sort of counted for both of them. But I lost to the Mosasaur, which I completely understand. The Mosasaur, the dark blue Mosasaurus, was epic. It was really cool. So good, and
so much motion in that. It was so.
I didn't get the name of the builder. I wish I had, but really amazing work. But I'm very, very happy to have a nomination. Like it's almost as good as a trophy. Not as good, obviously, but it's almost as good.
It is a trophy.
Huge. It's a little trophy on its own. Yeah, it's a huge honor, and I was very, very happy to get that. But I went into the show. I'm like, I'm not even gonna think about it. Not even gonna think about awards. We're here to see people. This is a reunion. That's why we're here. Other shows have been like, yeah, let's see if we can win best lighting again or something. You know, that was fun. But this time it's like, it's for the people, and I'm really glad it's a very happy bonus. So yeah, I was really excited about that.
Cool. Mm-hmm. All right, good deal. Any other like one quick story y'all want to throw about your experience there? Anything cool? Yeah.
Do you guys know about the Simon Games?
I know there's a lot of secret Simons. I got one of my prized possession. Actually, I got a Where Is Simon brick. Mark,
cool.
which I look for him like all day Saturday and half a day Sunday, and I finally find him at Teardown. So that was
we should have a Where Is Abner brick.
And Small Paul got a Frog Nation brick from Simon because he sat at Simon's table and assembled the little cube puzzle, and spent some time working on the big one too. So he got a little award for that stuff.
Wow, Simon's the coolest guy ever. But
didn't you get the
BrickWorld?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, at BrickWorld he hosts lug battles essentially, like where lug teams compete against each other. And there's Orphan Lug, which usually has a few Lego designers, and Tyler and Sean are normally in that one. Then there's Rebel Lug, and then there's Empire Lug, and then there's Nova Lug, and maybe a few others.
Eurobricks was there this year.
Eurobricks was there as well. And last time we did this, back in 2018, a Nova Lug pulled off an upset victory, which had me and Mark in it. And this was the infamous Tyler in a contest. You're laughing. You know what I'm talking about. This infamous "you beat Tyler in a contest" that was talked about at length on Lego Masters. And this was the Simon Games, is what that was referring to. But it wasn't us. It was actually Geneva who put us over the top. Thank you to her. Congratulations. She was representing a Nova Lug. And then the new Simon Games roll around. Me and Mark are like, we're steamrolled. I'm so tired. I feel sick. I feel awful. I bail like the first challenge. I had to bail. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Mark, you didn't really have any energy for it either.
We helped a little bit, and then we're like, you got this.
Yeah, we're like, good job, Nova Lug. Good job. I'm gonna go sleep. But what happened was the same thing happened again. So a Nova Lug was in second. Is that right?
It was tight, and then
it was
Geneva.
really tight, and then Geneva and her brother
Isaiah,
they built a Calvin and Hobbes Spaceman Spiff creation. And if you know Simon, he adores Calvin and Hobbes, and they were able to tip the balance, and they won. And Nova Lug is the 2-time champion of the Simon Games, and we were so proud of them. So congrats to Nova Lug. Well done, guys. So I had to tell that story because the Simon Games lives on. Geneva keeps winning.
We have an extremely technically 2-0 record against Tyler. So that's just one thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
We weren't even there.
We were barely there, but
I just showed up for the first 30 minutes, and that was it. So,
hey, look, the punter who never has to punt still gets the ring. You know what I'm saying? So
look at the ring. So
you're
good.
good.
Nova Lug.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
That's my story.
Yeah.
Cool deal. All right, it was great to see. So now I'm just going to say that I assume that you guys have been going to BrickWorld forever. So this is only your second one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool.
Only twice.
All right, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so Mark actually has a super special award, and it is very cool what you got. So tell us about your brick.
I Sunday morning, I walked out into the display area. I think I ran into Moto. I think Moto was there when I discovered it. And sitting in front of the Metropolis of Lanterns was this white brick that doesn't have anything on it. And, I was looking around because I saw Fazoom had one of the little red bricks with the little placard on it that said he was nominated. Mm-hmm. And I picked this up and I'm like, well, this doesn't have anything on it. And then I kind of felt it rattling. And so I opened the top off and it has stuff inside. So inside it has a tiny little hangar bay, a little landing pad, and it had a tiny Colonial Marines dropship from Aliens, and
cool.
a tiny power loader, and a tiny alien queen.
What?
That's awesome. That's amazing. The skill in those little builds is just super cool.
Yeah, and my first instinct was to think, I wonder if Simon put this here, because this kind of little stuff is the kind of little stuff that Simon does like all the time, you know, with his frog space and all those little things. But I asked Simon, he swears it wasn't him. And I posted it on Facebook, and somebody posted an article, which yes, there's Simon. And someone posted an article, which I will copy and throw into the chat here. It's going to say it's from Fazoom, but that's the article. So that's the story of the white brick. I don't know anything else about it other than what that article says about it, that it's kind of this mysterious little award that shows up at BrickWorld, and it's a closely guarded secret who it's from or even what it's for, really, because there was no card or note or anything. It was just left in front of my Metropolis of Lanterns, as I was calling it. It was just left there. So I don't know. It's really cool. Really, really cool. Neat to receive. I'm really honored that someone gave it to me. I don't know if it's just because they really liked my Metropolis of Lanterns, or if it has more meaning than that, but yeah, either way, it's really cool and really neat. It's one of the neatest things that that I've received at a convention. So it's really cool.
Yeah, that was super cool. And when you got it, that's great. And then when you read about it, that was even more amazing. And the shiny sign, so cool.
And I got the shiny sign because Brick Stuff had those on sale for a convention exclusive, whatever sale. So that he had them marked down. That was like $16.
Oh man!
So I had to buy it. It was $16. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that.
$16, and it has the power supply and everything with it, right?
Yeah, it's got the power, but you just got to put batteries in it, and there you go.
It's very cool. So cool.
So yeah, I thought it was super neat because was it Campbell who bought the first one and came over and put it on the moon base, and then a while later Matthew walks up and he's got like 3 of them in his hands, and he says, "Oh yeah, the guy's selling them for $16." And I was like, I walked immediately over there and bought one, and like I was like, for $16, I'm gonna buy one of those. So yeah, it's super neat. And then you know, got various brick goodies on my badge and stuff, so that was fun. So especially that one.
I got one of those. I got one of those. They're awesome.
And then the Citizen Brick heads, I've stuck them on some minifigures. Or these things, I love the giant heads that they do. It's great.
Citizens Brick is great because you're like a little kid. Oh, that's $1. That's $5. You know, and then it's like $55. Oh, well, you know. But then you're like, sure, that's great. It's great pieces. It's great stuff.
When they are not on sale, the price sticker on the box says $29.99 US when they're not on sale. So
that's still a good deal.
So almost half off for the convention exclusive, whatever.
I grabbed one of the Metroliner ones as well.
Oh,
yeah, they're super neat.
Yeah.
Brett Hoopa has joined us. So BrickWorld, maybe you should go next time.
Hoopa?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there that I'm already putting it on the calendar that I'm going back next year. It is going to be the week after VBS every time, Father's Day weekend every time. That is a great time for me to scoot out of town, and I'm going back. Yeah. So
I think it takes Virginia for me in terms, like, I enjoy Virginia, and they're 2 different conventions, 2 different brands, but like in my mind, if I'm going to travel to one big one in the summer, that's the one I'll do now, I think.
Yep. Yeah. That's cool. And by the way, speaking of Simon, the first time I met Simon, the first con, I think we were together, he gave, or maybe it was the second one, he gave me this. And so I wore it to Brick Fair, to BrickWorld, and to make sure, because Simon's a good guy. He'll give you the shirt off his back, but we're glad he does it because we want him to stay clothed. So did he give you the shirt off his back?
No. Let's be clear. Thank you. Thank
You want me
you.
to tell it?
You go ahead and tell it.
Okay.
If it's not very good.
I was talking with Susan and Cody and some of the other great people at the Bearded Builders Guild, and they were wearing their Susan's shirt, her logo, which is this awesome little Lego grass piece. And I'm like, Susan, can I buy a shirt from you? Do you have any extra shirts? Because sometimes they will have shirts that they can give or sell to people.
Well, did you make a girl take her clothes off at BrickWorld? I mean,
no.
Let him finish.
Anyway, and so she's like, "Oh no, I don't have any more mediums because that's my size." And then she's like, "Wait a minute, I gave my medium to Martin." She's like, "Martin, give me your shirt." She just yells at her. She orders him to do this, and so Martin is just like, he runs over, he just like, he throws like, I didn't even get to object. It just went boom, right over my head. And so I can now safely say that Martin will literally give me the shirt off his back because he's that amazing and nice. It's amazing. And he had an undershirt. It wasn't like driving the ladies wild, but you know, it was just
well,
about
let's just be straight up and honest. I would too, but when Martin takes his shirt off, everybody's looking. If I take my shirt off, everybody's running. All right. So there's a whole different vibe going on there. You know? So just saying.
That saying will have a whole new meaning for me and Martin forever.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to add that BrickWorld Chicago is also at a good time for me. So, and you know, Chris and we're actually one entity. So we'll probably travel together. We got, how many times was it over the weekend? Are you guys brothers?
Or what it was like, you're not brothers? That was the one that blew my mind. I'm like, no, we don't even have the same last name on our badge, you know.
No. One is a clone of the other, but we just don't know which one is the original.
It was funny though, also meeting Adrian's brother, because I didn't know Adrian had a brother, and they don't look 100% similar, but they look close enough that it's like, wow, I never noticed it, but I didn't know he had a brother. So
are you talking about David?
Was that his name?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
We were making fun of Dana because they are also similar. So
yeah,
hello,
it's June is a good time for me as well, as I discovered, because Small Paul's out of school, and he's with me for the month of June with the whole custody arrangement thing. He's with me, so and of course, he's old enough to go to conventions now. He had a fabulous time at BrickWorld and super loved it and everything. So, yeah, it would be great to go back. And I'm sure that there are plenty of our PeachLUG fellows who probably will also be interested in going back. So,
a few of the Canadian brick builders as well have said that they would go next year. So,
yeah, it was good times. It was really good.
Yeah, we have an Old Gray collab. It's called Moonbase, Simon. You should join us. That's what we do.
But we should do another one. We should do something different.
Castle. Gotta do Castle.
Something that's not. No, there's not really Castle.
No.
You know, way back at BrickFest Portland 2004, there was a Castle Moonbase module.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
it was not even Nexo Nights either. So
one of the guys, one of our PeachLUG guys built it. Thomas, I'm sorry, I can't remember his last name, but he built a castle, and then he built the old yellow castle style brick horses, and he put the jet engine pieces on the side of them and had them flying around the castle. So,
that's fun.
That's awesome. Awesome.
It was a hoot.
I think Simon hits the nail on the head there with what he put into.
Yes, there he goes. Yeah. He put it in there twice.
Oh,
because that's Castle in space. I mean, it covers
only
it.
If you participate, Simon, will I have to build something for that? Only if you participate.
We should have the Nexo night, like little region of Moonbase over there. The Nexo zone.
Yeah, well, I mean, the WacLUG guys from the West Coast did a whole Nexo thing a few years ago at BrickCon. Like, Andrew Lee built this huge clay fighter thing, like this
Are we
big.
making it more popular by hating it? I don't know.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
there's no such thing as bad press. The more you hate it, the more it comes back.
And Atlanta Brick Co. probably has the largest supply of Nexo Nights. So they just need to drive it right up, and boom, who has it all? It's like these watches come out of nowhere.
No one buys it. It just hangs around the store.
Yeah,
I've been planning.
It'll go faster than your video, I'm sure. So.
Yeah,
yes,
if we could get David Cadice to come down, that would be awesome.
that would be cool. That'd be cool. We're getting past the hour. I also want to thank. I got nominated for the ship that I stressed about the most, the XL02. And it was really cool to get a nod for that. It was kind of a pat on the back, going, you did good, because that one I struggled on the most, and it came out well. And so it was also fun to celebrate the Lightyear stuff with the Lightyear coming out, and a few of us here went to go see that together, and it was amazing. And although I've never climbed that many steps up and down and back up and down again to get into a theater, but it was an amazing theater with reclining seats and in a great movie. So it was fun to celebrate that. And Mark and I both were sending little messages to Angus, and so he was excited to hear that we'd enjoyed the movie. And if you haven't gone to see it, go see it. I went to see it with my son when we got back, and was able to get the Lightyear Collector Cup from my theater. Yeah. So I'm super jazzed about that. But for me, it's been a while since I've been at like the super large shows, Virginia. And so there was that moment of, good Lord, look at how much stuff that is. And like even today, somebody put what does that say? I can't read it.
Here,
just got back from Europe. Thanks for seeing the movie. Glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, cool. From Angus. That's awesome.
Wow. That's cool.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
Beep boop, beep boop.
That's great.
Let's just hope Lego makes Socks the Cat as a set. That would be really cool. But it'd been a while since I've seen a show that big. It was so amazing. There were so many people there. A lot of them that I realized after we left who they were on Instagram and that world or whatever, and wish that I had been able to go back and say hello to them and everything. So, but definitely going back, definitely going to do it again. And hopefully even here in Atlanta, we can get our Atlanta Brick convention up and going and make it a convention, which I think that is the direction it's headed. Thank you. That's very cool, Brick Jedi. That's very, very kind of you. So it was really great. It was really great to have somebody from a Facebook group for Blacktron come up and said, "You're Fazum and that's your tower. We saw it online yesterday and we're really excited about it." And they were super fun and super cool guys. So cool. That was super awesome.
Blew my mind that I met folks from let's see, people who knew me from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. One person said Flickr, and that just about cooked my brain.
Nice.
I remember that, Moto. You were invaluable. You helped me out with some of the judging, and people would stop by and talk to you. Had nothing to do with Lego Masters. They were just like, "I watch your live streams all the time." I'm like, yeah. Moto's really famous. That really blew my mind. Like, holy cow! Like, I knew that, but then I got to see it. It was kind of different.
Not like that guy.
Oh, well, that's a given.
But yeah,
Moto is nationwide. Let's just say
there you go. Yeah.
I'm on your side.
Nothing to do with Lego Masters. It was kind of everyone who talked to me was all about the show. It's just like, oh well, look at this. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. So congratulations, sir.
Yeah, it's awesome. Simon Liu, if you come to Atlanta, I will buy your waffle at Waffle House in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, but anybody that comes, we're all going to eat at the Red Eyed Mule, which is right by the convention center, and that's some good eats right there.
I didn't want to make it about me, but I was just saying it's amazing how this one convention pulled from about as broad of a base of fandom as you can pull from.
Yeah,
just so across the board. Yeah. So that was nuts.
It's super great. Well, everybody, this has been a super fun show. We've had a lot of viewers, and if you're here, if you like, subscribe, and hit all the buttons, that would be great for our show to help getting the word out. This has been a great show. The viewership has been super great. Great chat over in the side, even though O'Brien was here. But what a great time we had. We'll be talking about BrickWorld for a long time. Our favorite. I haven't seen that name in here in a while. Snorkel Dink Waffle Smack is here. So love it. You guys have a great night. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you're watching the show and you met us and it was great to meet y'all. Thank you for doing that. Be awesome, build awesome, be kind to your neighbors. Have a good night, everybody. Goodbye.